Mental Health Awareness Month, and today we're taking time to discuss postpartum mental health issues for women.
And a Nova surgeon is doing his part to raise awareness by showing his creative side, and he's joining us now to talk about it. Dr. Abbas Showberry, thank you so much for joining us today. Postpartum depression, it affects 30% of women. What are the symptoms?
Thank you so much for having me. The patients with depression, they just feel down and they feel like they're in a dark space, and that's very harmful to women, especially when you just have had a new baby and trying to take care of it.
And we've brought you on today because you've done something really special. You were telling us in the break that you were a painter before you were a surgeon, and now you've decided to bring together your medical side and your creative side. Tell us how you've done this.
Actually, the current painting series that we have on exhibition has been in works for about 30 years.
Wow.
And it tells the story of women who are going through the grief cycle after delivering their baby. It's a very well laid out exhibition that each painting that we have really showcases the statements that the patients have made out of distress. So as the person who is visiting the exhibition goes from the beginning to the end, they get to experience the whole spectrum of the new mother's emotions in terms of their post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms.
And it sounds like your patients were really the motivation and inspiration behind this art.
Correct. Whenever I see these patients, I'm a pelvic floor surgeon, so I take care of patients who have pelvic floor injury, muscle injury during childbirth. And I found them to be feeling very lonely and alone and not taken care of or heard. So I felt like I needed to do something for them to have their voices heard. So as the time went by, I collected their stories and their statements, and I matched them with stages of grief and healing. So the exhibition shows both the healing process and also the stages that the women are in distress.
And you mentioned the word healing. I would imagine it's maybe a healing experience for new mothers to see your artwork. What does it do for new moms to be able to see this exhibition?
It's great that you asked that, because I have had women that come to the exhibition and then they start opening up because they say they had the same experience 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and it just opens up their wounds. And it's really important to bring this in the open, so the wound opens and it allows it to heal. They just never felt like they were heard, but I think the times have changed, the science has changed, and we can help women with postpartum depression, PTSD.
Doctor, how many pieces are part of this collection, and where can people go to see it?
The full series includes about 35 paintings, but we have 25 of them on exhibition at Dupont Underground in Washington, D.C. And we are exhibiting them on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. This Sunday, I'm having a live Mother Days painting. So if you're around, please come. If not, I'll be happy to see you till the end of the month, Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh, wonderful. A special event for Mother's Day. Dr. Showberry, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
That's the kind of doctor you want, who's
Oh my
actually
goodness.
listening and then taking it in so intensely that he's creating art.
Right? And
That's
so
beautiful.
sensitive and
Yes.
thoughtful. That was really interesting.
If you've never been to Dupont Underground, it's cool.
I haven't been there.
I haven't either. I saw it the other day. I was in Dupont for brunch, and I was like, that's where it is. I should
That's
check it
it.
out.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Way back in the day when I moved here, like 27 years ago, it was a food court. It lasted like a year.
Right.